Hello and welcome to my channel where I show you my daily trades for the day. Now, I didn't make a great deal of money today given the bundle of stocks that we have. There really wasn't a lot of movement within those stocks. And if you're familiar with the markets, then you are aware of the volatility or the lack of volatility. Like today, given the stocks that we have, there wasn't a great deal of movement, like I said, but we do what we can every day to make as much money as we can, and we'll buy and sell according to when our triggers are hit. All right, here's the exciting part. Let's go ahead and start selling some stocks so we can make some money. So today we have three stocks that triggered our sell triggers. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. The first one is Coin for Coinbase. And we have price moved down yesterday, although it's going back up today. We have 4 shares, so we'll wait until tomorrow to see what happens with price action. The next one is Delta Airlines, DAL. We have a trail stop on this one. We have 3 shares left. We bought 12 at 49.71 back here on July 7th, and we've sold at 3 opportunities. And what we will probably do is maybe cancel this trail stop and drop it down further, so it's a little bit further away. I don't really need to sell it since we bought it at 49.71. We're looking at a $5 difference right here, and 3 shares, that's $15 of profit. But we do have a downturn on the MACD getting ready to cross down, and we have the RSI moving down, so maybe it'll sell today, or well, we'll just leave it and see what happens with price action tomorrow. The last one we have to look at is Shop for Shopify. You can see we've got 8 shares Shopify. We had price move down below our average line yesterday, and it's in a continuation. So we'll go ahead and sell. When I have 8, I buy or sell in blocks of 2. So we'll sell 2 at 122.20, and that went. So now we have a little shy of 8,500 money in order to purchase quite a few equities for today. We have 6 equities or shares or stocks that have triggered buy signals. So let's take a look at those and see what we'll do. You know, even after 2.5 years of trading, buying the stock is just as exciting as selling the stock. Before we buy, I just want to remind you to please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And the first one is AutoZone. Now, we're probably not going to buy this one because it's a 3,800 stock, and that'll drop us by half, and we don't want to do that yet. So we'll mark AutoZone on our list as a potential. And then we'll move to Bank of America, and we crossed back over today. So what we will do, we'll go ahead and max out our purchase of 12 shares. Actually, what we'll do is we'll wait, even though we have a cross, it didn't close and it's growing down. So we'll move to our next stock and take a look at that, which is Goldman Sachs, GS. All right, so we have price crossed yesterday and a continuation. We only have one, so we're going to buy one additional Goldman Sachs at 721.29. There we go. So we have Goldman Sachs. Cross that off on our list. All right, next we have Howmet, which is HWM, which is aerospace. And compared to the other stocks that you've seen, this is a stock that I day trade, and I've been day trading that today. So today we are going to be purchasing 3 additional stocks. When we're maxed out here, we will typically have 12. So let's go ahead and purchase 3 there. There we go. And we purchased that. Next is SoFi. And let's see, what do we have? We have 54 shares. We have price crossed over. Price went up across our line, and it's moving down this afternoon. So we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. If price continues down tomorrow, then we'll hold off. Hopefully, we will continue to see this is just a consolidation phase through a larger run. But before we commit any more money, we will just wait. And see what happens. So our last one that we're looking at is ETF XTL, and that is for telecommunications. We have price crossed yesterday. We have it drop back down today. So on this one, we're going to wait and see what happens tomorrow with price. Right now we have 6. I'd like to have 8, but we'll go ahead and wait. So it looks like we actually have 6 shares, and it looks like we only have 2, and that's because the other 4 I bought way, 5 or 6 months ago at a price of roughly $110. Fortunately, we held on to that, and we now will be taking profits at some point, but I'm glad it's not taking profits now on this particular equity. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we sold and what we bought. Very few today. We bought, we have a trail stop for Delta Airlines. We sold SHOP, and we bought 1 Goldman Sachs, and we bought 3 Howmet Aerospace Technologies. Okay, so let's take a look at AutoZone one more time. AutoZone is typically regarded as a defensive stock. We're now looking at almost August. Usually, historically, August, September, and October are down months for the stock market. So we will go ahead and buy 1 AutoZone for right now. And we are looking at 38.47. Excuse me. All right, so we'll just see what happens over time. All right, so this is the first time we've purchased AutoZone since mid-April, or even before April. Our first opportunity, or our last opportunity that we would have bought, we like buying it when the at the cross, but we would have bought up here, and we immediately would have started losing money, which that's always scary. But you can see over time, AutoZone is back up. AutoZone is a pretty consistent stock over the last decades. Again, we're getting ready to move into a what typically is a down sessions for the stock market, and that's why we decided to spend almost $4,000 for this one particular stock. It could be a little scary when you spend that amount of money on one particular stock, but it is a stock market, and in order to make money, just as in many other things in life, you got to spend money to make money. So I have no problem spending that on one particular share. So we will go ahead and add that to our buy list, AZO. And now we have a complete list for today's activities. All right, so here are our realized gains for the day. That is between 2 strategies of selling the stocks buying and selling the stocks that we did today that you saw in the video, and I also day trade within this account every day. So these gains of $64 is for both activities, and here is the overall return for year to date. You can see the S&P 500 is at 8.9, and my return is at 16.53. So we are roughly 7.5% higher. We're performing higher than the S&P 500, which is amazing. So if you choose to follow me, remember you're doing so at your own risk. This is not financial advice. I just hope that I can help you make money in the same way that I'm making money. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this video. I hope to be putting up daily videos of my activity. And if you choose to follow me again, hopefully you'll be able to improve your financial well-being. See you tomorrow.